Greetings, dear friends. This is the first video in a new series which I'm going to be talking about here shortly, but I wanted to start by showing y'all my office because so many people ask me about it, and you hear me talking about it quite a bit. So there's the sign that leads in the bear cave, pretty accurate. You can see how terrified the children are because I'll write their names on the dry erase board, and somebody wrote teddy bear above my bear cave. That didn't make me happy. Of course, walking in, we got Christmas everywhere, and there's a Ash Wednesday banner that Raquel painted that I just really like, so I decided to keep it up there. Here's an interesting thing. Whoops, wrong direction. This is the mailbox system outside my office, and if you can see my hand right here, that spot right there, that is where that wig was. I still haven't figured that out, and I'm frankly still a little creeped out by it. But, we'll talk about that maybe in a future video. There I go again. Right outside my office is a bathroom. Now, oftentimes this is very convenient. I can just get up from my office and, use the facilities. Not so convenient, however, when Pastor Todd is around, but that too is a story for another day. And so, now we enter the office, and the first thing that you are greeted by is creepy Santas, because you need to know that Santa is watching you at all times. Right above the Santas is some Nightmare Before Christmas artwork. As you can see over here on the side is the candy wall that you hear about on Facebook a lot. And then just pieces of my craziness. Funny story. I had somebody in my office a couple weeks ago from the conference leadership, and he didn't know about my love of Christmas. And so he walks in and he's kind of stunned, maybe a little scared. And he's like, what is it with Christmas and Santa? And before he could give me a chance to respond, he locked in on this. John Wesley. And that seemed to make things okay for him, that there was at least one piece of sanity in here. But as you can see, there's some Raider pictures up there from better days. Picture Raquel, Cyrus, and Trooper, a painting that Raquel did. Here's the Pops collection. And a funny note, there they all are. Do note that Brennan from Step Brothers rules the Iron Throne. I'm not sure how. I think it might have to do with his samurai sword signed by Randy Jackson. But I do know Stone Cold made a run at it and failed. So I don't know how long Brennan will be up there, but man, he seems like he's ready to stay forever. There's a couple of my Santa Clauses. Bo Jackson back there. That is signed. That was a Christmas present. I had talked on Facebook about redecorating my office and the things that I was doing in here. And so I filled the wall. Well, there's still holes, and we're going to fill those up. The wall of awesome with just pictures of people, places, things that I love. People, places, and things that make me happy. And I'm going to talk about that for a little bit, as well as the candy wall and just all the craziness. So allow me to put the camera down. Maybe. Make sure we're lined up. Alright, cool. So this is my office. Glad I didn't miss the chair. Seems like something I would do. I get a lot of questions about my office because everybody hears the stories about the candy wall, and they see pictures of the Pops over there, and of course the pictures behind me. And so I wanted to talk just briefly. We are doing a new video series. We have Tales from the Hood on Facebook that really seems to make a big connection with a lot of people. And it's always, the stories of what we encounter here at Grace. And we decided that we wanted to show the lighter side of things because, let's face it, folks, things are very heavy down here oftentimes. And we do deal with things that make us thankful we're where we're at, because we know we're where we're supposed to be. And so when I first got here, one, you couldn't walk into this office. It was full of just garbage. It had just kind of become a dumping ground for God knows what. And so once I got in here and I started getting things cleaned up,
I decided that I wanted just a candy dish because that's classy. You know, you walk into somebody's office and there's a candy dish on the desk and you're like, this person knows what they're doing. And so I had this candy dish on my desk. Not nearly as big as this one, but it, you know, served its purpose. And so during those early days, I was always out in the neighborhood walking around getting to know people. And sometimes you just come in here spiritually, emotionally whooped by what you run into out there. And I sat here at my desk, it was a different desk at the time, and I was staring at the candy. Not because I was hungry, but simply because the bright colors made me happy, made me feel better, because, you know, things can be kind of drab around here. And so then I got the bright idea, well, let's just start putting candy dishes in here. And so I would buy, you know, a couple and fill them up with candy and put them up on the bookshelf and rearrange everything. Until finally, you know, I have most of a bookshelf filled with candy jars. And the reason for it is, one, I like the colors. Plus I like Willy Wonka. Sacrilege, but I like the new one too. Sorry. But I love the Gene Wilder one probably more. Anyhow, everything about this office screams weird. I think oftentimes when you come into a pastor's office, and this isn't a knock against anybody, I mean, we're supposed to be dignified, we're supposed to, whatever. You know, we want to make you feel welcome in our office, we want you to feel like you can come in and talk. But my experience before I was a pastor was oftentimes, when I would go into a pastor's office, it was very, I don't know, just almost too clean, very proper, everything's in its place and where it's supposed to be. Now, I've seen pastors whose offices are a mess, Derek Robinette, but generally speaking, pastors' offices can be kind of intimidating. You know, we got all our books, and all my books are over there. I don't think I showed them on the video. I got every book from seminary and stuff that I've accumulated since then. And I've read everything on my shelves, but I think we do that sometimes because we want you to think we're smart. We want you to think we're wise. And we want you to be impressed, feel like you can trust us, you can talk to us because we have answers. Me? Man, I just want you to come in my office and feel like you're at home. Maybe a strange, weird home. But I want you to feel like you're talking to a normal person, which I realize also is a bit of a stretch for me. But we make do. And so much of this is just, one, about disarming, because oftentimes when people want to come talk to the pastor, they're not happy about something, or they're dealing with something heavy in their lives. And so, you know, whether you're an adult or a child that comes in here and sees that candy, I have adults that clear out that wall far faster than kids do. It's a means of just relaxing, of feeling like, okay, I can talk about what's going on in my life. The pictures, I think that does that too, but that's really probably more for me. As you know from Tales from the Hood and the things that go on around here and the type of ministry we do, which we absolutely love, sometimes it can just break your heart. Sometimes it can wear you down, sometimes it's just kind of tough. And it's nice to be able to come in here, and I had a moment yesterday. Made a food delivery here in the neighborhood, and it was just a very sad situation. And so you come back to the office, you know, after dealing with these things, and it's just kind of nice to do this. And look at the wall, and see the people that you love, but also most everyone up there on that wall, actually everybody, now that I think about it, everybody on that wall is in this with me. I'm not alone. And sometimes as a pastor, we feel alone. We feel isolated. And so that wall is a reminder that one, I'm not isolated, but it's also a reminder of just, man, typically how much fun that I'm having, and that I am blessed beyond measure. Notice, Jocelyn, I said measure, not measure. I am just truly blessed with a lot of really cool, awesome people in my life that come alongside me and do ministry down here, that hang out down here, that do battle down here. And it's a great and wonderful thing. So these videos coming up, we have ideas, lots of ideas. We'll be a lot looser, kind of show the fun side of Grace, because we do have a lot of fun here. That's really honestly why we're here so much, and why we love it, despite, you know, being tough, because it is. I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. It's a pretty magical place. And so I just wanted to share my office with you, share some of my philosophy, that's a big word, on why we do things the way we do here, at least in this office. So thanks for watching. There'll be more soon. Bye.